start this game. The ball bounces through the end zone. And it will be a touchback. This crowd trying to show them what it's going to be like all day in this house. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack.
But how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count. It messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
Here's Underwood to throw. Get it out to the supersonic guy. He gets it past the 30, and they'll get him out of bounds at the 32.
You know, the short passing game is a great go-to weapon for any offensive coordinator in the first quarter because it's reliable, obviously, but it also allows you to see how the defense is going to react and play you. So for coordinators, this can really open up the rest of your playbook for the rest of the game.
Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. Back to pass, it's Underwood. Fires to the big fella. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's first down at the 38. And the Wolverines want to pick up the tempo.
For you coming into this game, if they throw completions and get first downs, that's when they like to change up the tempo and go fast. You're seeing it here.
Just going to keep it after the snap. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44.
And it's not sexy, and it's not these long plays all the time. But this QB does such a good job of picking up 4 to 5 and making it where you're always ahead of the sticks and just letting you know, we'll run it. We'll take advantage of this guy's speed, and we're going to make you defend him throughout this football game.
Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. Finds his man. Out of bounds at the 43-yard line after the huge pickup.
And a running back who can take a dump-off pass like that and take it for a gain, that can really be a quarterback's best friend. It's an easy way to rack up touches, but also get the ball to your playmaker in open space.
Looking for room. It's Marshall. Here's a little room there. Running inside the 20. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Michigan.
And you can't draw it up any better. How do you shut a home crowd up? One of the best crowds in college football, you come in on the first drive and you handle your business. You get in the end zone. Palmer, this place was going absolutely berserk, and strangely, one possession in, it got really quiet.
That was really impressive from an execution standpoint, too. Obviously, you script those plays on your first possession. You practice them all week. It was so important, especially in this game, because you're right. This is one of the most hostile environments in all of college football. We've seen these fans, when they get rolling, it's like a tidal wave, and they just engulf teams and take games over. Great job by the offense early, executing and quieting this crowd down.
Inside, it's Owens. He kept those legs moving, got 3 out to the 19.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
And here comes the offense on second down. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Here's Reed to throw. Catch in the middle, it's Bussey. Makes the tackle at the 30 after he picked up 10.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
It'll be 1st and 10 from the 30. Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. With the catch, it's Horton. They'll mark him down at the 40 after ripping off 10.
That is an excellent throw by the quarterback, finding the window between the zones and delivering that ball on time.
The Aggies will line it up on 1st and 10. Sends it back in motion. Dropping back, it's Reed. Oh, they're after him! And down he goes! The defense bringing the heat.
And this is going to be the matchup for this defense all game long, containing the QB speed, because he can get out and he can roll. Nice job early in this football game, judging his speed, getting out there, getting the sack, and most importantly, getting a hit on him early in this football game so he can physically feel you, and those hits can start to add up throughout a football game.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Owens. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
From the gun, on 3rd down, it's Marcel Reed. Makes the catch. He's got 1st down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
And the Aggies come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. Quarterback making adjustments. Running inside. It's Edwards. Makes a pass to Marker. Got a little grass. He goes out of bounds across the 25. Mark it at the 24. And this defense, its head is spinning.
I'll tell you, the defense is going to have to do a much better job containing these outside run plays. They better be able to funnel the football back to the middle of the field because this guy with his speed can kill you like he did on that outside run play there to the left.
The Aggies back to the line on 1st down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Creates a little room. Stopped after a gain of 3. It'll be 2nd and 7.
You got to love the physicality up front by the defense there, allowing only a minimal gain. These are big bodies on the D-line. They eat up blocks, allow the linebackers to run free and make stops.
So now it's 2nd and long. Keeps it on the option. And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play.
They go with the option, quarterback keeps it himself, and look, we've seen this guy on tape, guys, break these tackles and take it the distance. This offense should keep dialing up these option plays. Don't let that short gain by the QB prevent you from running this scheme in your playbook.
And the Aggies really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. Now on the option. He was fighting his way toward those sticks, but they'll stop him a couple of yards short.
And the offense on that option play, they're just thinking we're going to use our speed to our advantage, and we're just going to outflank you easily and pick up this 1st down on 3rd and short. But how about the defense? Everybody's staying home. You saw the speed and their ability to get outside and get a stop, now setting up 4th down.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. Off to a good start here and back to work now with a 7-3 lead. The run inside. It's Marshall. Gets away from one. Finds some space. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Got 3 on 1st down at 2nd and 7. Throwing, Underwood. Looking to the big tight end. Makes the catch, it's Marshall. Gets it to the 46-yard line. 1st down for this offense. Motion from the wide receiver. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Marshall. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
I'll tell you, this defensive end, not only can he pass rush, but he can play the run as well. You see him beat the offensive lineman there trying to block him and get in the backfield to make that tackle for loss. That was impressive.
Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. It's a draw. Thrust that arm out. And he's able to shed 1 tackle and pick up pretty good yardage.
And oftentimes running backs love drop plays because there's less traffic in front of them. The offensive line is selling pass, the quarterback's selling pass. They don't get the handoff until the very last possible second. So the D-line's rushed away upfield, and now it's so much easier for these backs to find their holes and pick their lanes.
We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. 1 period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the 2nd quarter. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on 3rd down. Underwood. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
It doesn't matter who it is, receivers, in this case, a tight end. You get open, you sometimes start to look at that green space in front of you, and you just take your eye off the football, lose your concentration a little bit, and miss that opportunity for possibly a big play.
He'll get it out to about the 20-yard line, and that's where they'll mark him down. Texas A&M's offense takes the field, ready to get this drive going. To the air, it's Reed. Got it in the middle, it's Craver. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
Makes the catch. It's Horton. Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. Running inside. It's Owens. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. The Aggies come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll move the wide receiver. Right back to the well.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Throwing Reed. Firing to the right, complete. Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there.
And that receiver makes that play look so routine, but it takes so much practice. Running that curl route over and over again against every type of zone coverage imaginable so that on game day, that receiver can find the soft spot no matter what coverage the defense is in.
Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the first down at the 36.
Yeah, 3rd and 1, you know what time it is. It's about the big boys up front. You got to give me a little bit of space, a little crack. You just can't give up that penetration so my running back can fall forward just like that and get the first down.
And the Aggies kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. To the air, it's Reed. Under fire. Turning it on. They'll force him out of bounds after a solid pickup on the play.
Man, this defense has their hands full today because not only do they have to worry about the running backs and not only do they have to worry about the passing game, they've got to worry about this quarterback running the football because of plays like that. Not a huge explosive play, but he showed you the athleticism and he showed you he has the ability to hurt you with his legs.
Running into the open space. What a nifty run there to pick up the first down. The Aggies pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Motion from the wideout. Receiver going for the edge on the jet sweep. Nice job stringing that one out. They stop him for no gain. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Looking for space. It's Morrow. He's finally brought down, but he takes it all the way to the 6.
And this D's going to have to find some answers, guys. I mean, you've seen him. This offense has moved the ball down the field, done what they want. Now first and goal situation. Who cares about the yards? Like, step up right here, try to force them into a fourth down, try to make them kick a field goal.
It's first and goal as Texas A&M comes to the line. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2.
And I'm good with it. I like what the offense is doing. Be physical. I don't need to get pass happy down here on first and goal. Nice job believing in my running game, and maybe I stick to it for another play or two.
Now try moving toward the end zone and fumble! And the defense jumps on it and they get that turnover.
Yeah, and you run a play that's conservative and you're going to hand the football over and you think nothing bad's going to happen. And, man, if he doesn't just cough it up, terrible timing. You get inside that 5-yard line ready to make a play, score some points, and instead the defense recovers the football.
Wolverines offense heads out ready to go on the attack. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one. And, David, to me, that starts with being the more physical team.
No, I definitely agree. Being the more physical team, but understanding the situation of the game. You're still winning. You got the football back. Now put a nice drive together and execute.
The Wolverines can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Gets the back moving. The corners are walked up tight. Snagged in the middle. It's Marsh. How about that effort to get it out across the 20? They'll mark it at the 21. It's a first down. We talk a lot about Michigan building its offense around the running game, but they've always had an effective quarterback who could make plays down the field.
And I think some people hear effective, Reese, and take that as an insult, right? Like, I don't want to hear about my quarterback being effective. I want him to be explosive. I want him to be dynamic. But Michigan doesn't really have those guys most of the time at that quarterback spot. But when they find those good ones, they have great seasons.
This offense is clicking, and clearly everything is working. The offensive coordinator's calling good plays. The quarterback and his unit is executing. And this defense right now, they have no answers.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout. We've got a tight one, and they'll try to build on the lead before going to the locker room. And the Wolverines getting set on 1st and 10. They go play action. Bryce Underwood fires to the middle. Makes a connection. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them. They're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
The run inside. It's Marshall. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. Boy, there wasn't much room to wiggle for that running back there.
None at all. Great job by the defense getting in the backfield quickly, closing up all the holes, nowhere to run.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Here's Underwood to throw. Just not quite able to make the connection. It's incomplete.
That's a throw the QB would like to have back. He just has to do a better job giving his receiver a chance to make the catch.
The 12th man putting a stamp on this game right now and bringing it on 3rd down. Underwood trying to cut through the noise. He's going to take off. Timeout taken here by the Aggies. That'll be their first. Gives him a little time to dig deep in the play sheet and figure out what to do on fourth down. Punt is in the air on fourth down. Now he fields it in his own end zone. The pursuit and coverage was there, and they swarm him under for no gain. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Reed. He's got his man. He stopped at the 32. It'll be a first down in the waning seconds of the half. And the Aggies moving quickly to the line.
Well, if you're going to complete these in-breaking routes over the middle of the field, it's really important as a quarterback you don't stare the guy down and tip off where you're throwing the football. He's trying to freeze the safeties in this defense and then throws it on time. Accurate throw, nice pitch and catch.
And they don't drag him down until he gets all the way to the 46-yard line. Texas A&M will use its second timeout. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. Looking to pass. It's Reed. Fires to the right. Intercepted. Big play. Stops the drive. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Not all guys have the ability to break on the football, go make a play, and catch it. You play defense for a reason. A lot of the wide receivers are the ones that do most of the catching. Great job by the defense securing the INT.
They'll start this drive at their own 48. Hard running there. Nice stiff arm there, but the defense still able to stop him for a short gain. Now the Wolverines call a timeout. It's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. Hauls it in. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. Michigan wants to stop the clock. They'll use a timeout. It's their second. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. He slides past the sticks. That'll be enough to convert the third down. Michigan choosing to spend its final timeout here. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. The Wolverines have it with a 1st and 10. Throwing, Underwood. Bringing the heat. Oh, he should have had that one right in his hands, and he couldn't hang on. Typically, he makes that play. It'll be second down.
Oh, and on defense, you just got to be able to finish that play. That defender had the football in his hands. He's just got to catch it. That should have been an interception.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Dropping back, it's Underwood. Looking to buy time. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Beautifully thrown ball. Terrific catch, and they'll have the first down.
That's a nice play on offense there. And how about the tight end getting out of his stance and working his way across the field, using his speed to clear the defense and make the catch?
We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. They'll send out the kicker here. Visualizing the right ball flight from 39 yards out in the right hash. Right down the boulevard. It's good. Now up by 7 points here in the second.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
He'll be tackled right at the 32, and a pretty good job on the return to set up his offense. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half.
Here we go. Ready.
On the ground, it's Owens. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. So the first half has come to a close. We'll take a break and head over to the halftime show. We're just about ready to start the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Bussey. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. The Aggies offense will have another go at it. Those two first-half turnovers really damaging, and the primary reason they find themselves trailing to start the third quarter.
And this is an offense that prides themselves on taking care of the football and then having explosive plays. You know they're playing angry right now. They're mad. They know they're the reason why they're down in this game, so I expect them to come out here, lighten it up here at the first drive of the second half.
Yeah, and this defense playing fast, playing physical, forcing things into action, forcing those turnovers. They've played really well in this first half.
Unloads to the wideout. Hauls it in. And they finally get him down, but not before he's got him set up for business at the 49-yard line. Here's an opportunity for this offense in search of its first touchdown. It's 1st and 10. Reed bears the pressure. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Another incompletion, and I've said that a lot, and these teams are just struggling. I mean, the offense just doesn't know what to do. Nothing's working, ground game, throw game. It's kind of been a rock fight on both sides.
Wide receiver going in motion. Scanning the field, it's Reed. Under fire, and it's a sack.
And this offensive line's got to do a better job. Man, you got to protect your quarterback. Listen, this offense is not playing great, but they got to somehow find a way to start to get something together here in this second half.
Now trying to keep this drive alive on 3rd and long from the 45. Here's Reed to throw. He'll pull it down. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop. Texas A&M will have to boot it away. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Solid punt headed toward the sideline, trying to make it tough to return. And no shot at a return here as the punt goes out of bounds. Michigan offense heads out to get this drive started. And points have been hard to come by in this one. They'll try to put together a drive. Underwood throws to the wideout. Complete to the right. Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a 1st down. Making great decisions, that's what all of the legendary Michigan quarterbacks have done. John Navarre, Elvis Grbac, and the guy, can't remember, drafted in the 6th round by the Patriots.
Yeah, that guy, what was his name? Tom Brady? Yeah, I think that's his name. Yeah, he was pretty good too. But when you think about Michigan, you don't always think about the quarterbacks, and you don't always think about airing it out. But again, if you want to be a great college football team nowadays, you better be able to throw that pigskin.
Underwood on the play action. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes, an offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
And the Wolverines with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Here's Underwood to throw. Bought a little time, lets it go. The throw to the outside is complete. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
That's one the DB, I think, would like to have back. Out route, he was in man coverage. If he could have just got out of his break a little bit sooner, he might have had a chance to intercept that one and take it to the house.
The 12th man, Warden, standing at the ready. They are bringing the heat on 3rd down. Here's Underwood. Fires to the wideout. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. The Wolverines send out the punt unit. Takes it on the return. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. So the Texas A&M offense returns to the field. They haven't really been able to light up this scoreboard, but putting points up would be huge here. Gives it on the option. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And this offense on 1st down, man, they go backwards. And they've built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
Throwing Reed. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
Well, we've seen this offense struggle early in this game, protecting the quarterback. They went in at halftime, thought they had made the right adjustments, but it's not looking like it right now. They're still having issues keeping this guy standing up straight. Up front, they're just getting beat across the board.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. He lost it high and deep down the left side. Swatted away and broken up. A great play there by the DB.
And guys, I just don't know what to say about this offense. Like, they take a deep shot, they've tried it short, they've really just struggled to try to find any way to move this football. They've dug themselves a hole, and now they've got to find some answers. Maybe find your guys, your go-to guys. Players, not plays. Maybe that's what they need to get something going right now.
So here comes the Michigan offense. Man, oh man, these offenses just haven't been able to find any room to get things going, David.
And to quote the great philosopher Reese Davis, this is very ungood. Just nothing working for this offense, Palmer. They got to find.
Snags it, and there's running room. They drop him at the 47-yard line, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks. And the Wolverines come to the line in the hurry-up. Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. Play action with Underwood. Unloads to the wideout. Can't hold on. He had him right down the middle, and he flat dropped it.
And both of these defenses, man, they've been so good. They've been physical. They've been great tackling, limiting explosive plays. But it's these type of plays right here, when it's kind of a 50-50, 60-40, where the offense has to make the play, the defense has been consistently winning in this football game.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Wide receiver comes in motion. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Marshall. And they're able to get him down.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. Trying to cut through the noise. Not able to hook up there, incomplete.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win 1st and 2nd down. To set up 3rd and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody on the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force 4th downs.
They're field this one in tight quarters. That is coverage just the way you draw it up. Don't even let him get started, and they knock him down deep in his own end. Here comes the Aggies offense out to start this drive. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
Reed throws to the wideout. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch.
Man, that's a tough play to make. When you're that far down the field and you're trying to control your body and run as you're laying out, that's a really great effort, really good concentration, and that is how you make your quarterback look really good.
The Aggies come to the line after the big connection and going back to work. Pressure coming. Avoids pressure on the right. Finds a man on the right. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's 1st down. And that one's going to get Reveille howling a happy tune.
Reveille, the 12th man, all the swaying, the traditions when you go to an A&M game. These fans love their team, and they love playmakers that make big plays down the field.
Lets it fly. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
This offense hasn't been able to generate a lot of points in this one. Here in the 3rd quarter, you're seeing the defense and how much pride they take on being physical. It's not just stopping the run. Guys in the back end flying to the football in the air, getting hits on guys.
Hits the afterburners. Steered out of bounds at about the 36-yard line. A big pickup, and they are threatening.
That time the defense was in man coverage. There was nobody watching the quarterback, so when he took off to scramble, nobody home to make a tackle right away, and he shows you the athleticism, he shows you the speed, and also shows you great decision-making that time, deciding to tuck and run for a huge play on the ground.
Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
If I'm the offensive coordinator, I'm thinking about chipping this defensive end with running backs. I'm leaving my tight ends in to help this tackle because we cannot block him. He's already got 2 sacks.
Big 1st down sack for the defense. Brings up 2nd down. Reed. Pocket breaking down. He's going to run it. Got room at the 35. Guided out of bounds at the 22. A good play for this offense as they are threatening to score.
And he's just proving it time and time again, man. He has that feel. He obviously has the ability to pick up and put him down and go get first downs, but I think the timing of when to scramble and when not to scramble, he's really got that figured out, and you can tell it's going to be a big part of the game plan.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Motion from the wide receiver. They'll run it. It's Morrow. Defense there to stop him after he picked up a yard. Ball's at the 17. We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. They've built a cushion. They've got a nice lead. Now the task is finish the deal as you take a look at the third quarter stats. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. After swapping ends of the field, they gave them a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on third down. Here's Reed to throw. Here's a heat. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 11.
And this QB's really starting to show you something, isn't he? I mean, he's been hit a lot in the pocket, and I just like the toughness. At the end of the run here, he's not sliding because he's been banged up a little bit. Lowering the shoulder, getting the first down, taking some hits, but he's still competing.
Most important part of a clutch drive, piece together some first downs, get in position, and here they are on 1st and 10. Back to throw, it's Reed. Fires into the end zone. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
Defense has the lead in the second half. Expect to see a lot of zone coverage. It's going to be tight. It's going to be hard to fit these footballs in, especially when you're throwing in the middle of the field like they were right there as the ball falls incomplete.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Throwing Reed into the end zone. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
Oh, man, and that's a big interception late in this game. And listen, I know you're trying to go vertical with the 4 verts, but so did the defense. Great job staying deep, playing the football in the air, and forcing the ginormous turnover.
Play fake, Underwood. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on 1st down. 2nd down coming up.
And these balls thrown way down the field. This is a lot of times when you see those pass interference or receivers adjusting to the ball and DBs not. This time you could tell the defender did a great job understanding where the ball was going, got his hand on it, made sure the receiver couldn't make a play.
After that last incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from their own 20. Secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. And it's picked off. That's the turnover they desperately needed.
Man, we needed that so bad. We needed the football, had to get a stop, forcing a turnover. Best case scenario, offense back on the field, trailing in the 4th quarter. Time to go win.
So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. They're in a precarious spot here, that lofty perch in the rankings, hanging in the balance unless they can do something to save themselves here.
Winning first down is such a big deal on defense, like getting them in more predictable situations, more passing situations. Nice job not giving up a lot of run after contact on that first down.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Looking to throw, it's Reed. Complete. There he goes. Hits him with a stiff arm. They're able to keep him out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2 after the big play in the passing game.
Yeah, and you've really seen the evolutions of tight ends, man. These guys are no longer just big bodies that block like the extension of the offensive line. They're more like receivers, and I love when the quarterback gets it out of his hands, and then you just watch. Like, they can make plays, they can run people over, they can now run around people. Like, so nice to have these tight ends.
If at first you don't succeed, try again. I wouldn't be surprised if they just turn around and hand it off to him again here on second.
They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. They'll move the wide receiver. Trying to power it in. No running room at all, and he barely makes it back to the line of scrimmage. It's 3rd and goal.
Man, that hurts because 2nd down, you got everything in front of you, the whole playbook open. Now you get a lost yardage play. Now it's 3rd down. Now it puts those feet to the fire a little bit more. Now you better come up with something you really love in this area of the field.
He wants it all. Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. So the defense sets them up with that interception. Now a couple of first downs, maybe even punching a score, and they'll go home with the W. Throwing, Underwood. Makes the grab.
And the slant route, you got to put that foot in the ground and cut in a hurry so you can create a little bit of separation from that cornerback, and a nice job with the concentration, plucking that football, pulling it in.
The Wolverines with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Quarterback keep. Past the 40. Might have a chance. And there they go again with another huge gain on the ground. He's finally run out of bounds. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26.
And the defense did a good job stringing that play along, and you could tell he didn't make a decision quickly and kept going towards the sideline and pushing towards his right, and then the defense caught up, played great D, and got him on the ground.
They'll move the tight end. At the line of scrimmage, but they won't snap it here. They're going to use the timeout instead. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. A first down sack can wreck a drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Motion from the wideout. They'll run the option. Breaks into the open. Got enough for the first. Touchdown, Michigan! Great job by the back on the option.
You know, good teams just know how to close games out. And you're seeing that right now with this team, right? Their defense just had a massive takeaway. The offense able to capitalize on that with a touchdown, so they've padded their lead. And this just speaks to, I think, the experience in the locker room and also the playmakers they have. This game is starting to feel like a blowout.
Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. This certainly hasn't been their best day, but there's no time for mistakes now. They have to execute if they want to snatch this thing from the fire. And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback. Touchdown, Michigan! Took it all the way back to the house.
And all this defense has done all game long is be absolutely dominant. They have been shutting them out, whether they've tried running it, whether they've tried throwing it. They've been creating takeaways. You get the pick six right there. You just can't say enough good things about how this defense has played today.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. This was certainly not their best effort. I believe this team is much better than it performed today, but they're going to pay the consequences of losing this ball game.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops, just not in sync. And that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
Reed. And his fifth interception of the game, a miracle they haven't pulled him yet. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
And let's see what kind of ball plays this offense has ready. Wide receiver going in motion. Trying to run, it's Marshall. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. The pull and throw off the RPO. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
You complete some of these hitch throws early, you're setting up the hitch and go. Later on, you can pump fake that, and then the receiver can pirouette right up the sideline. That might be a home run play for the offense.
They'll break out the Wildcat to try to move the chains. Direct snap. It's Marshall. Plows through the defense. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, and they've got it 1st and goal.
Man, this offense would really like to lean on this guy in the 4th quarter, right? They've got the lead, and you just saw his ability there, breaking a tackle. He looks like he's getting stronger as the game goes on. I'd expect him to get a few.
And he's in! Touchdown, Wolverines! Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they punctuated it with a 5-yard touchdown run. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Texas A&M offense goes back to work. It's a good thing to be charitable, Jesse, but I think the last couple of drives might be overdoing it a bit.
I agree, and I think at this point, David, the quarterback here, he's got to be a CEO, and he's got to really get his guys settled down. A couple turnovers in a row. Now they've got to find a rhythm.
CEO, a.k.a. don't screw it up, young man. That's what it sounds like on the sidelines with the coaches. We got to stop turning the football over.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Wide receiver comes in motion. He's got it again. They get him on the ground at the 36 after a pickup of 5.
I'll tell you, this running back, he is running behind an offensive line that is playing in unison right now, doing a great job communicating pre-snap. They're getting hats on hats in the run game.
They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. Running inside, it's Edwards. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40.
Well, I think the offense at this point now, they're just trying to limit the damage. They want to get out of here and move on, turn the page to the next game because things just have not been going their way, throwing or running the football.
They'll run it from the gun. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run.
And I think this offense is all but surrendered, right? Like they're down so much, they need to be throwing the football if they want to score a bunch of points to get back in this game. But they got to find something moving forward, man. This was a rough day. This was not a great offensive performance. They got to bounce back the next opportunity, the next moment, because today, oof, it was not a good day.
Guys, I think we all expected this game to be close. Couple of teams of this caliber, but boy, what a statement by the